Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. It's amusing to me that 1 week ago, price levels were where they are now, roughly speaking. Bitcoin about the same place, XRP about the same place, both slightly higher. Happy to see that. But think about all the chaos that we've endured over the last week, all to end up right back where we started over a span of 1 week. Because I think about all the emotional nonsense, people capitulating, people losing sleep with XRP going down to about 48 cents, Bitcoin getting as low as roughly $56,000. And now as I record this, XRP is over 53 cents, Bitcoin over $64,000, which is why I love my investment strategy, which is after I buy stuff, I do literally nothing. It works. I've been doing it over 6 years. Doing nothing for 6 years for me has been easy, but for many people, doing nothing is harder than it sounds because you'll be second guessing yourself and thinking you should be doing something. If price is doing so-and-so, then you think, well, gosh darn it, I better react to this because reasons. That happens all the time. But the truth is, we know what happens next, right? We've seen this movie before. It's fine, XRP had to sit on the sidelines last market cycle, effectively. I mean, it moved in it moved in tandem with the rest of the market, but in terms of the upward momentum, it didn't really have as much as it should have had because of the SEC nonsense. But we know what happens in a bull market. When XRP is unshackled, it goes ballistic. We have sufficient data to know that is we know that's what happened in the past, and we know that as a result of history more or less kind of repeating itself, kind of rhyming with itself, that is what's most probable, despite what the XRP haters would have you believe. So let me share with you some of the latest perspective from a few analysts on what's happening here a little bit in the short term with Bitcoin. Can we expect a move to the upside? And also, what's happening with XRP? But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, at the time I'm recording this, it is 2:21 p.m. Central Time, Sunday, May 5th, 2024. I already shared with you what the prices are on XRP and Bitcoin, so I did want to highlight this. We're back in green, and we were yesterday as well. We're at on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, 69 out of 100, which is slightly higher than we were a week ago. A week ago we were at 65 out of 100, and here we are at the weekly close. You'll love to see it. And look at this post from Chart Analyst Tech Dev, who I think is one of the most data-driven, grounded individuals out here in the world of crypto, sharing perspective here. It is what it is. And while fine, technically you don't get a guarantee just because so-and-so happened in the past, it doesn't mean for sure it's going to happen. But in terms of probability, what's most likely, can we draw conclusions about what's likely to occur based on the past? Yes, absolutely we can. History does more or less repeat. Yes, it does. Humans continue to act the same. We've got the same DNA that we did last cycle and the cycle before that, which results in these very similar behaviors, which is why we see these very similar chart patterns. That's why you can look at fractals and charts and like, oh, that looks about the same. Yes, because we're the same human machines doing the same stupid stuff. And it just works. And so TechDev shared this chart. It's, well, two charts here. They're both the crypto total market cap excluding the top 10 coins. And so there's one for a time period of let's see, about part of 2014 into halfway through 2017. That's the top, and then the bottom one, again, same chart, crypto total market cap excluding top 10, but it shows the tail end of 2020 up to today where we are. And he wrote #altcoins. Act like you've been here before because you have. It's brevity is the soul of wit. You know who said that? It's Bill Shakespeare. Bill Shakespeare said that. And it's true. It's just aptly put. We have seen this movie before. It's going to happen. All we have to do is not mess it up for ourselves. And when it comes to investing, we as humans are our own worst enemies. We just can't keep our hands off the knobs. Stop touching stuff, It's going to do what it's going to do. And either one day you wake up and you're sufficiently enticed to sell or you're not. But second guessing and then chasing after stuff wrecks people. And yes, so that's why when I'm thinking about XRP specifically, which is the coin I care about most, I'm biased. It's my largest individual holding, my favorite cryptocurrency for tons of reasons. I believe that since it's part of the asset class moves in tandem. Yes, we're going way higher. Here's a post from chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto. This is a Bitcoin USD chart, and he said, Bitcoin on a daily chart has finally experienced a MACD bullish cross as it did in January 2024, which led to $73,000 in March. If it reclaimed above 50 MA, MA 50, so moving average 50, will further confirm the bullish continuation. This is looking promising, to be honest. And so I will let you know, and I just sharing a few select examples here. What I'm seeing is just across the board, from most analysts anyway, optimism that what's most likely is moving up from here. But I'm not seeing incredibly strong conviction on that. Just saying, okay, it's looking good. What's probable? Probably moving to the upside. That's what I keep seeing from all sorts of analysts today and yesterday. Here's a post from chart analyst Matthew Hyland. Bitcoin. I have been saying during this whole uptrend for the past year, consolidation in an uptrend favors a continuation. And so that's just fact. And you can see what he's talking about. Look, I mean, you can see the consolidation here and here for those of you looking at the screen. It's the same thing that we're in right now. Yes, absolutely. That is what we're in right now. And that's why I was saying in January, too, since the asset class, the equities moves in tandem, broadly speaking, with what happens in crypto. Well, that's why I wanted to point out, and I did multiple times in January, that the S&P 500, which hit a new all-time high in January, and a number of new all-time highs since then, when it first hits a new all-time high after a bear market, 1 year later, it's a virtual certainty, or at least, well, let me word it like this. Out of the last 11 times that we'd hit new all-time highs in the S&P 500, dating back to like 1950 or 60, 10 out of the last 11 times that occurred, if you fast forward 1 year later, we were higher. On average, 16% higher though, for the S&P 500. And we know that crypto moves in tandem. So just looking at that, it's just one more way of looking at it. So yeah, there will be accumulations in crypto. There will be pullbacks. Yeah, of course. But in terms of what's most probable, my bet is a move to the upside. And that's what I said in January. That was my bet. And it stands. Here's a post from ChartingGuy. He wrote, Bitcoin has now broke the downtrend. Let's see if we can flip this into support. And so again, just another example, this is the type of comment that I keep seeing from analysts out there. Not full-blown conviction, nobody's saying I'm 95% sure this is what's going to happen, but in terms of what's most probable, this is the bet at this point. So we'll see what happens. Could go to the downside, but even if it does, okay, consolidate further and then move to the upside inevitably. Here's another post from ChartingGuy, and this kind of resonated with me, so I thought I'd share it with you because this is the most excited I've ever been to be in crypto. It's the most excited I've ever been to hold XRP specifically. It is just tuned up, ready to go. And so he wrote the following. I can't sleep lately. The charts just look so good. Thinking about making money to invest more, trade setups, price targets, etc. I am so excited for what's coming. Wave 3s and alts are no joke. We will all be so happy. So I agree with the sentiment. I don't pretend to know when it's going to happen, but I don't have to. I'm not a chart guy. I don't want to be a chart guy. My bet has been the same more or less since the beginning when I jumped into crypto. Number go up over long periods of time. Here I am 6 years later. Yeah, number has gone up a lot. I was here at the bottom in 2018 when the market cap for the asset class got down to whatever stupid low number it was, 150 billion, something low like that. And then it ballooned to an all-time high last cycle of, I think, 3.2 trillion or something like that. We're now sitting at, what are we at now? Almost 2.4 trillion. Number go up. And it's just the easiest money-making apparatus in the history of our species. Like literally buying and then doing nothing. At least to me, it seems easy. Then there was this post from ChartingGuy, and he was talking about XRP here. And this is how he wrapped up one of his threads and actually highlighted part of that thread, I think it was yesterday. But he shared this. This is a new post yesterday, and I didn't highlight this. But he was talking about what might a narrative be for XRP, because, look, if you can look at the charts and you can kind of figure out what's happened. That's why you've heard the phrase, I'm sure, show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. So typically when things start going, whether it's to the upside or downside, whatever's happening at the moment, there's going to be a narrative attached to it. And it can be true that there can be a narrative that actually does impact movement in terms of what you actually see on the screen, up or down. But a lot of times when that happens, it's like it's the straw that broke the camel's back. If it wasn't that, it was going to be something else because the thing was just amped up, tuned up, ready to go. And so what's going to be the narrative for XRP when it goes? Well, he's talking about, the end of the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit. Now, I will cede the point that it is possible that could be the narrative. But if it happens, I'm just telling you right now, it's not rational because it won't have anything to do with the regulatory clarity for XRP. We already got that. XRP's golden. So if this causes it to go just because Ripple is tangentially related to XRP in some capacity because they use it for cross-border payments, so on and so forth, okay, fine. But that's stupid if it happens. So ChartingGuy's talking about that. That's not crazy. He's not saying something stupid. I'm just saying if that's how the market responds, that is stupid. All right. But here's what ChartingGuy said. Settlement progressing slowly as there were some dates changed in the lawsuit, but in my opinion, it will happen soon and catch people off guard. Could be a few weeks, could be a few months. I don't care either way. The chart looks primed, and this will likely be the narrative for the masses. Yeah, so there likely will be a narrative. And I see the point. This could be it. But is this actually going to be the reason that XRP goes, even if it lines up? If it's a straw that broke the camel's back type of scenario, that's it. But even if that didn't happen, XRP would still go because it's part of the asset class which moves in tandem. Like, that's that. It really is that simple. I'm just sharing my thoughts on it. Here's the latest from chart analyst Dark Defender. And I'm not going to read the whole thing here, but I did want to highlight the bottom because it kind of cuts to the chase, this whole part right down here. And so he's talking about levels that he's targeting for XRP, which seem absolutely safely within the realm of what could be realistic, what actually might happen this market cycle. And I don't make price predictions. I don't pretend to know what's going to happen, but this seems perfectly reasonable to suppose might happen. So here he's talking about target levels for XRP. The minimum wave 3 is set at the initial Fibonacci level of $1.88, and XRP is maintaining its current targets. As the week draws to a close, the blue support, which is on the screen right here, is holding steady at 52.86 cents. If XRP remains above this level, it will be within the previous triangle. And so I'll note again, XRP, as I'm recording this, is above 53 cents. Then he says this triangle will be broken with XRP potentially reaching the $1 area, the bottom of the weekly Ichimoku clouds, before finalizing this wave. And remember, the third wave, according to the Elliott theory, could extend to $5.85 and $18.22 respectively. The other aspect I mentioned previously was the 2013 through 2017 pattern. This structure finally will end. Will XRP follow history? Yeah, well, I think the answer is yes. Just in terms of XRP, what it's done in the past, will it, behave somewhat similarly? Yes, I think so. I placed my bet. So $5.85 for XRP, $18.22 for XRP. Don't know what's going to get hit, but that doesn't sound wacky to me in the least. Not at all. This is crypto, folks. Pick a coin. It happens with pretty much. Just seriously, pick a coin. It's happened to probably most of them at this point. I mean, I don't know if I can say it because there's now over 20,000 different cryptocurrencies, but damn, son, there's real opportunity here. And given that we already know the market values XRP because it's always been in the top 10 coins by market cap for its entire existence, like, take a hint. Take a freaking hint. Same is true for Bitcoin. Same is true for ETH. Look at how XRP's part of that. So yes, when this goes, I do believe that XRP is one of the coins, even though maybe most coins aren't going to hit a new all-time high. But will XRP? My bet is yes. And we're going to find out what happens. But the market's already telling us. It's telling us it makes sense. I'm listening. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.